Hey everybody, this is going to be a tutorial about how to use the Google Drive accounts. So first of all, you just want to go to google.com and then hit sign in, and you'll have to type in your Gmail account and then type in your password in order to log in. And so now you should be logged in. It'll show your little, I have a picture here in the corner. So the very first thing you need to do, if you haven't already done this, is go to your Gmail, and then in your Gmail account there's going to be an email that you should have received when I released the folders. Let me show you an example here. So it should be an email from either myself or this APhA-ASP Toledo, and it'll tell you that if an item has been shared. So you'll click on the folder, the little blue link, and then at the upper top hand corner, mine will already say open in Drive, but yours, if you've never done this before, will say add to my drive. So you go ahead and click that button in that corner, it'll add it to your drive. Then you'll want to just go back, click on the little button here, and go to your drive. So now through the drive, you'll see I have a bunch of different folders that I've created, but I'll go specifically into the APhA folder. So when you arrive, your drive might be blank if you've never used this before, but mine I've created right here, create. You can click create and create a folder. So I've created this APhA-ASP folder, and as you can see here, mine's going to look a little different than yours, most of you, because I have access to everything here. But for the executive board, you each have a folder in here with your name on it and your position. So you can go into your folder. I'll go ahead and use an example one here. And right now, if you haven't touched this yet, all you'll see is an old patient care vice president folder or an old secretary folder. And that, if you click on it, will be all of the items that were used last year from last year's position. So you should have some items in there to help you out. And some people will have more than others just because some of the e-board members put more of their work into these folders. So you can go into these folders, you can create a folder. As I have here, subfolders. You can create a Word doc, slideshow, a spreadsheet, and then this forms button here is for surveys, as the surveys that you fill out sometimes when I make them. You can also upload here, so you can upload Word documents, you can upload any pictures, you can upload basically any Microsoft Office, the ones that you're allowed to create, so the Word, the slideshow, the Excel. So it's really useful because you can upload anything and you can also create. And one of the advantages of being able to create things is, let me show you here. If I create a document and I'll hit create and share, the advantage of using the actual Google Doc is that you can name it here at the top. Say you want to name it basketball game 1. Okay, so you can type in this. It's just like Word. It's just like Word. It has the same features. It's not as good on formatting, I'll be honest with you, but it does have the basics. You can insert tables, insert images, basically anything you can do in Word. And you can click on the more button here for bullets and such. The key thing with this is that you can share here. So I can click share, and as you can see here, this gives me the ability here to invite people, so I can type in their Gmail accounts and share with them. And then you can select down here, edit, comment, or view. So if you want somebody to be able to edit the work in here, you can do that. But if you want them to just be able to view it or comment on it, you can also do that. And then right here, this is a big one. You can click change here, and basically this will always, if you have not shared your folder, will always just say specific people, or it will say no one can share it. You want to make sure that this anyone with the link is highlighted, and then you can choose can edit That's what I always leave it on, but you have to manually go in and put this and hit save, because then anybody that you type into here can now edit it, and it'll send them a email to their Gmail account just as you got your folder. So now they can go into their Gmail account, accept your document, and work on it with you live. You can also send out these links here. These are the links that we sometimes send out for you to be able to go in and type in your own information. So you can send any of these links out to general members. You don't have to actually share the Gmail account here with them. So that's really useful, because then you can work on multiple projects together. That is the docs portion. And anything in here that you work on will be saved in real time. So you don't have to save anything. Now for patient care chairs, we have another folder here. So each of you has a folder here. You will find in here their chronological list that we've started. So if you go in here, we've created a template for the chronological list that you just have to keep updating. So this is going to be your template. You can just copy and paste this and then post the ones that you've already completed. And also, you have some other documents in here that Laura has created. So a template for your report, as well as a document sheet. I plan on also sharing this one last piece with everyone. It's going to be one second here, I gotta find it. It's going to be right here with the chronological list. So this is the huge chronological list that we keep talking about, that has to be kept up to date with every single thing. So every chair, every e-board member, every person is responsible for updating these events on here. And the chronological list, as you can see, so when you enter these, if it's a repeat event, all you got to do is put the date right here. You don't have to keep putting this as an event itself. You just put the dates, you list them in chronological order, and then you add all these numbers up at the end. But this is every single thing our chapter does, and this is the most tedious thing to do. So make sure when you get this shared to your Gmail that you accept it, and that we're all working on this together. Other than that, the main thing that I always mentioned that was hopefully mandatory and that you can see the importance behind it is, I'll show you here. I created a transition folder, and so I created a doc in here for the next person who's going to take over. And I kind of created this little transition, so giving them an outline of what they need to look out for and what dates, and just giving them really in-depth analysis about during these months what should you be working on, or what should you be doing. So take a look and look into creating one of those. If you don't do anything else, that's the main thing I'd like this Google Doc to be worthy of. I've also created a pictures folder here, so I'll share that with everyone. If you want to upload any pictures that you have from any meetings, any chair projects, I mean basically anything. We just submit pictures at the end of the year for projects. If you have specific ones for your project you want to use, upload them to your Google Drive and keep them in there. But if you just have pictures you think we can use at the end of the year, that would be awesome. So that's about it for the Google Drive. If you have any other questions, please let me know. Hopefully this video helps out.